So you've just purchased the four-wheel drive you have been dreaming about. So you can finally create your ultimate touring machine to go and explore the great outdoors with you and your family. You've got a massive wish list that you're going to put on your four-wheel drive to make this thing absolutely epic. Let's go and have a look at what you're going to be whacking on there. Bull bar and bar work.
Lights, winch, roof rack, fridge slide and fridge, secondary battery, spare tyre, rear drawers, long range tank, additional fuel and an awning. Now load the family in the car.
So wow, that is a whopping 890 kilograms of accessories you've just jammed on the car. So before you know it, it's overweight, over its GVM, and it's illegal on the road, and you're uninsured, just like that. So for example, there's a 300 series Land Cruiser behind me. They can only have a payload of 735 kilograms. Unless you're planning on leaving the spare tyre at home, the family, the tucker going in the fridge, and the beer, let alone hooking up the caravan and having that ball weight on there to do your big lap, you're going to need a GVM. GVM, what does that actually stand for? Well, it stands for gross vehicle mass. That is the maximum your vehicle can weigh with you sitting in it and everything else that you are carrying. This is determined by the manufacturer for safety and performance in handling. So to work out if you need a GVM upgrade, get the curb weight of your vehicle, add up all the accessories, what they weigh, what you and your family weigh, what extra water, what extra fuel, and if you're towing, the actual downball weight of the trailer, add all that up, and I bet you straight away you are overweight and you require a GVM. If you're not careful, you might end up damaging your car or worse, injuring your loved ones. The stock GVM can often limit what you're able to do. Professional, federally approved GVM upgrades, like we do here at DMW, can safely increase your GVM from 3,280 kilograms all the way up to 4,499 kilograms. The extra weight capacity and ground clearance will let you explore new terrain, while the strengthened components and upgraded suspension ensures that even the roughest roads won't stand in your way. But legally installing a 4,499 kilogram GVM upgrade is not as simple as slapping on just the suspension. Reinforcing the key components to bear the extra load is just as important, if not more. Tell you what, I'm in absolute awe. I'm standing on the top of Blue Rag here in Victorian High Country. Now I've just driven down from Toowoomba in my Jeep. It's just had a tune, had a supercharger. These guys have flashed diesel, sorted all that out. Now, it's sometimes scary travelling when you've had your car played with, but with these guys, my car is running an absolute treat and it's using no fuel compared to what it was before, and it's like just got way more power. So guys, check out the Flash Diesel dealers near you and book your car in because you won't regret it. There's a few of you talking back to the screen right now saying, Reuben, what about my manufacturer's warranty? How am I affected? If you have had your GVM upgrade performed by a company like DMW, who has had rigorous engineering and is fully federally certified, the manufacturers have no issue warranting anything that is unmodified by the GVM. So if we've modified something, well, it's the responsibility of those companies who have done so. So if I do some diff bracing on a diff housing, well, that will come back to me if that fails. But an engine, gearbox, wheel bearing or something like that, that does not fall under our banner because we haven't actually touched that component. Once we have done the GVM upgrade, your car meets all ADR standards. We only upgrade factory parts that require doing so. So the vehicle maintains its manufacturer's safety or it actually improves it. So the compliance plate here actually shows that everything has been done to full specification and is fully federally approved, and it says so right here on this plate. Depending on the vehicle, the following testing is required. Finite element analysis, FEA testing, load force simulation testing of the vehicle's diff housing, chassis and other critical components. Brake testing, laden and unladen brake testing, as well as testing under partial system failure to comply with ADR 3500. ABS fail testing. If required, this test ensures that the vehicle can still stop safely when loaded if the ABS fails. I bet you guys there have one more question. You're saying, hey Reuben, what about the GCM? So that stands for Gross Combination Mass. Now, this isn't governed at a federal level. It comes down to your state. So you have to check whether your state allows a GCM upgrade. Look, I'm gonna make another video about the nitty-gritty about GCMs later on, because it is such a painful subject. Here's some things to consider when you are looking for a GVM installer in your area. So the number one thing you need to look at is if they are a knowledgeable installer that knows the federal rules, the state rules, is going to do the job in a safe manner and make sure that you and your family are safe on the road. So secondly, is ensure that they are using quality components, not just using the cheapest stuff to get you in and out, because that's going to cause you dramas later on down the track, whether it endangers your family or yourselves' lives or other people's, or, you know, the best scenario out of that is that it just breaks components and you end up stranded on the side of the road. Now, there's a commonly asked question that we get all the time. Now, can you upgrade my GVM now I've got registration, you know, whether I'm in Western Australia, Northern Territory, like all around Australia? Well, the answer to that is yes. Because we are fully federally approved, we cover every single state in Australia. So you can get your GVM upgrade done after your vehicle is registered. So you're wondering how we can actually do that post-registration. Because we are fully federally approved and we have got rigorous engineering results, we have gathered so much information that covers the engineering on the other side after it is registered. So that gets sent out to the engineers in whichever state are going to be approving that GVM, and it is all covered. That gives the engineer the confidence to sign off on the GVM post-rego, because we've got all the evidence at a federal level and it is fully federally approved. So guys, thanks for watching, and I hope I answered most of your questions. But if I've missed anything, please put it in the comments below and I will make another video addressing the things that I missed in this particular video. With all that information you're armed with now, I am sure you can get out into the outback, to the beach, okay, to the river, wherever, and have yourself a dirty, muddy weekend. Cheers, guys. Well, I hope you liked that video. Make sure you hit subscribe or you're going to get bogged.